G'day. In this video, we're going to have a look at the stock check screen that's available within Costar. Costar's search features enables you to easily find any tyres, wheels and or mechanical parts that you have available to sell to your customers. So if we're looking for tyres, the easiest way to narrow that down is to type in our quick size and purely the tyre size. So in this instance, we're going to type in 235 45 17 and there's no dashes, no dots, no hyphens or anything along those lines. And then when we press enter or click on the search, we're then presented with our search results down the bottom. So you can see over to the right, we've got a number of tick boxes that we can use, and at the moment it's defaulting to show us what we've got available to sell. So we can view everything that's available, including our catalogues from our suppliers, by unticking the box and pressing search, which gives us a larger array of search results. So if we just narrow that down again to what's in stock, I can click on search there and we'll have a look at what that presents. So we've got our item number, which is the supplier item number, normally based on the catalogues that are provided from our suppliers. We've got the manufacturer or the brand of the product. We also have the description, which provides us information with like the size, the speed and the load rating, the model, etc. Or in the instance where it's parts, it will be the part information. So the likes of spark plugs or filters and the particular type of brake pads as an example. We then have a look at on hand, and that lets us know what we've got on hand or in our store, and then also what's available. So the on hand and available may very well be different, as your available will show what we've got available to sell, so that anything that's being committed on a job will not be available to sell and not displayed in on hand. At branch, if we're a multi-branch store, we'd be able to see what's available at our other stores, and then similarly we've got what's on order and what's on order at the other branches as well, so that we then have full transparency of all our inventory holdings. We then have the sale price, so if any of these particular items are on sale, then it would list that sale price there, and we can specify how long the item is on sale, so that once that date's passed, it'll disappear and we're not confused by it. The customer price, as you can see, is highlighted so that we can easily see what the specific customer's price is for those products. Next to that is the rolling 12 months total of how many of this particular product we've sold. And finally is the reference column over on the right there, which is a code that lets us know what we bought this product for, excluding GST. So in this instance, BR for Bridgestone is 185 ex GST. GD for GDT is Goodyear Dunlop tyres at 175 excluding GST, or SU for Sumitomo at $130 ex GST. So we can go through and we can sort on that. First of all, you will notice that a number of these are highlighted. So this one here, this Falcon, is highlighted because it's $165. And we can see that it's on sale, so that's our customer price for $165. So any items that are on sale will be highlighted to draw our attention to it. The Kumo, the reason that's highlighted is that we have some other selling prices. So we can have up to 10 different selling prices within Costar, and one of those is a hidden price so that we can see that it's our special buy price for $120. So we highlight that so that our eye is drawn to that, so that we might push that to increase our margin accordingly. We can also go through in here, and the easiest way when we're providing the prices to our customers, we can sort on any of these columns. So we can easily sort on the customer price as an example, which sorts it from the smallest to the largest, and we can let them know that the price starts at $85 and goes all the way through to $433 and continue the sales process, asking them what sort of driving do they do or what sort of performance they want from their tyres and all that sort of thing. We can also use the grid up the top there to narrow down our selections even further. So quite easily I can narrow it down if I'm looking for a particular speed or load rating or a model, for instance. Then I can type these directly into there, which will narrow it down to exactly what I'm looking for. So if I type in a 94W, it will look through and let me know that there's 3 products that I have in stock that will suit that particular size and speed and load rating. It might be that I'm looking for a particular brand. So again, if I can type in part of that or the brand, then that will then display all of the Falcons that I've got available to sell. We have some other buttons in here as well. So as we mentioned before, we've got the include catalogs, show in stock only, show items with negative quantities. So again, some products may be sold into negative. This will display the full list that's available for us. And we can show prices. And when we select which price we want to show, so again, we're able to see here the retail and trade pricing. We can have commercial prices and any other pricing in there as well that we might set. We can also include any stock items that have been marked as inactive by ticking on that box. And up the top here, we can see a customer. So if I can have any number of customer specific pricing setups, and when I'm searching in my stock system, I'm able to look at what that particular customer pricing is for that client. We also have a number of other integrations. So Supplier will allow us to go off and see what this supplier is holding in their stock, along with the available quantities, etc. We have a partner. So again, we can have other Tyre stores in the area or in our buying group. And when we click on partner, any partner stores that we have set up will show us what their stock holdings are and what we're going to be purchasing it off them from. We will go into great further detail in another video in that regard. So other items that we've got is the fitment guide that's available, and you'll be able to see more of that in our fitment guide video coming up very, very soon. We've got partners, which again is a shortcut to our partner that we saw at the top in the button up the top there. We've got branches, which is allows us to be able to see what stock and where they're committed in our other branches if we're a multi-branch store. So that's all well and good for our Tyre side of things. The other things that we can have a look at, for instance, is if we're looking for brake parts or oil or any particular item. So we can type that directly into our search grid in the appropriate area. So if I'm looking for a filter, I can type in filter and it'll bring up everything that's got filter in that description. Alternatively, it might be a particular filter that I'm looking for. So I can just type that part number and it narrows it down directly to that particular part. For any wheels, again, because we tend to look at sizes, we just type in 17.7 as an example, and then that'll bring up what our particular wheels are. So 17.7, Dominator, and 4.100 for the stud and PCD. Tubes is the same sort of thing. If we type in there, so 750/16 and TU for tubes, then we can narrow it down to our 750/16 tubes. So the stock check is a very powerful item, and we're easily able to find exactly what you're looking for with a minimum of fuss. We hope you found this useful. If you have any questions, just give us a call or submit a support query through our website. To keep a track of upcoming features in Costar, make sure you subscribe to our channel and check us out on Facebook and LinkedIn. Thanks, and we'll see you in the next video installment.